Yes, it's the real uncensored Browns fan tuning in for another episode of Brownie Cookies and Water. Um, this is where my little series where I drop three numbers, give you what comes to mind in regards to these players. The rules are, again, had to at least play 2 games with the Cleveland Browns on the active roster, and I think what that was it. I can't remember. That was really it. They just had to play at least 2 games. And they had to be on the active roster, and it was, I think it was one more rule, but I can't think of it right now. It's nothing real difficult. So, but anyway, let's go ahead and get into it real quick. We got some good names on here. Um, I think at least two definitely ones that we know of. So, and the other one, the last one, not so much, but I have seen this person play. They haven't played 2 games this season, but they played 2 games with the Browns last season. So, as you know, the first episode was a greedy, so he hadn't played any games this season. That's why he was able to get in it, and that's the reason why uh, number the third person will be here. I'm gonna wait until the end so you find out who it is. All right, so first one drawn up. Oh yeah, and the rules. I picked it out of a jar. The numbers. That's what it was. I think. I think. I don't know. But, anyways. Um. Okay, so the first number was number 27. That's right. Toledo's finest. Um. Northeast Ohio's finest. Uh. That's right. The boy Kareem Hunt. North Ohio finest, because Toledo is not East. But yes, him, that guy. Man, so many things come to mind when it comes to Kareem Hunt. I can give you a background story. First time I ever heard about him was from his dad, and we was at a bar. Um, the bar name is Bailey's in Elyria, and his father was there, and him and my mom knew each other, and he was, I guess they was chopping it up, having a conversation, and I come around, and his dad was like, my son go to Toledo, because I guess my mom told him that my son just graduated, whatever, because I just graduated that year. So she was like, yeah, my son going to go to Toledo, and he going to the NFL. He about to be a star, and I'm like, for real? Like, now don't get me wrong. It's not like I keep up with Toledo football that heavy. You know what I'm saying? Turning in papers, having 2, 3 different jobs, internship. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't have time to really dedicate on sports like that. I was in my own mode. I was in my own beast, just trying to fucking get past. You know what I'm saying? Cause shit, I'll never do that college shit again. I'll tell you that. That was the brokest I've ever been in my life. But anyway, um, I ain't trying to discourage nobody, but I'm just saying, like, shit, man, that made me not ever want to be broke again. Like, it was, whew, I'm talking about, man, them days, I couldn't even pay my rent sometimes. Like, anyways, this ain't about me. This is about number 27. Anyway, his dad told me he's gonna be a star. I'm like, yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Somebody out of Toledo about to be a star. Like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even hear about this dude for real. So after since then, that time it was like the last season. I guess he was having started to pay attention more. I'm like, all right. I see him doing things, but I ain't see him doing too much because it's the Mac or whatever like that. So it's like you don't see a bunch of TV televised games and everything like that. But yeah, his dad was like he about to be a star. Finally seen him get drafted. I was like, oh, he get drafted in the third round by Kansas City, mom. Blah blah blah. She's like, oh, that's good. Came on the league, blows up, plays a lot better than I ever thought he would. I was like, man, his dad was right. You know what I'm saying? Like he said he was gonna be a star and shit. He called it. Like I had no clue. So it kind of made me feel good because it was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like how close, like he was. Like it wasn't him per se, but it was his father. So it was just like to know that, like, dang, you know what I'm saying? I was just chopping it up with your dad and stuff like that, and And but anyway, since he's been with the Browns, we picked him up. Now, how he got here, obviously he would want to take it back. I'm sure he would want to take it back. The video looks bad. If you ever go find a video, if you find a video, very petty. My one problem with that was that, man, he need to hang around some more trail motherfuckers. Like, ain't no reason why he should have did anything. You know what I'm saying? The girl that he was kicking it with, the girl, the girl should have handled everything. The girl should have like, B, if you don't get your motherfucking ass up out of here, we about to whoop your ass. The girl should have handled everything while Kareem in the back. You know what I'm saying? Boss status, like shit. Let the girls, I ain't gotta get my hands dirty. You don't never want to get your hands. You the man with the money. Since you the man with the money, you ain't the one with the gun. Not saying anybody was getting shot up, but I'm just saying, like, you don't gotta get involved in any of that dirtiness. You feel me? So that's the only bad thing, and it's kind of hard because I feel bad for him. It's like he's still trying to shake it. You still trying to be a little humble and everything like that. I feel like Mary Kay don't like him. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she, and I could be wrong, but I feel like they a part of that like secret club of like we gotta protect like um abused women and stuff like that, which is like women do got a lot of, they go through a lot of fucked up shit, but that girl, you know what I'm saying, from what facts I can gather, it was like you was asking for it, you know what I'm saying, basically. But like I said, that go back to the people that he was with should have took care of that shit. So hopefully he know that in the future, hopefully it don't gotta come down to that at all. You can stay around away from that type of shit, people that like to create drama. But you being a celebrity, you being an NFL player, like people gonna want to be around you, and whereas more money, more problems. That's the way it goes, and that's just the way it is, man. That's just the way it is. But anyway, off of that, I ran it on for 7 minutes. It's gonna be a long one because obviously these players done a lot for this team. Um, Made it off the suspension, and balled out for the 8 games and was exactly who we thought he was. The dude that looked like he won the Russian title. I see him all the time playing hard, giving it his all. Even to the last game against the Steelers, like it was like he tried to sell out as much as he could. He knew what this game meant, and you love to see somebody play hard like that. And it's just like I said, man, it's knowing where he came from and how he came up. It's just like you know not every detail. All right, I don't want people to get that like, oh, I'm his best friend and shit like that. Like, don't get it wrong. You know what I'm saying? Just a lot of his people live, in the area where I'm at. So then, yeah, man. I mean, I think he's just what between Don Dorsey being here at the time, like it's just like crazy how everything happened for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like John Dorsey getting hired here in Cleveland, John Dorsey draft him in Kansas City, John Dorsey brings him back to Cleveland to his home. Like, you know what I'm saying? Who else would have did that shit? You know what I'm saying? If we had somebody else, if I don't think Andrew Berry would have done that. You know what I mean? I don't think he would have pulled the trigger on Kareem and try to bring him in here. So like everything happened for a reason, man, and I'm glad that we got him on the team because it's like another person that understands, what we go through as far as Browns fans, what this franchise been through since, for the past 20 years or since they came back in what 99 or 2000. Like he knows the ins and outs. Like as a Buckeye, I mean, even though he went to the Rockets, but as somebody that grew up as an Ohioan in Northeast Ohio, know exactly what the fuck like conversations been having about the Browns, like what we all been talking about, all of that. Like he understands, he knows, and you can't get it any more better than that. I know this is supposed to be really so focused on like what I see in the game, but I do just want to mention this. I definitely want him to not use like God as a, his faith as like a pass. You know what I'm saying? Like where people be like, you know, like I would never do anything to you guys. I'm a Christian. You know what I'm saying? And everybody be like, oh, let's back off. He's a Christian. He's like if you're gonna be saying stuff like that, if you really turning into the faith and turning into scriptures and all of that, you know what I'm saying? As far as Israelites, you know what I'm saying? We gotta You know what I mean? We gotta be really about the shit. You gotta really like. I ain't talking about being in no freaking churchianity, going to church and it's like, oh, I'm clean. Ooh, you know what I'm saying? That's Catholicism. You feel me? So if you want to be Catholicism, and you all know what that's involved with. I ain't gonna say, but because that's me and it's bashing. I know I get astray, but but at the same time, you know what I'm saying? If you want to be for real on that shit, you know what I'm saying? You can't just be talking it. You got to kind of walk it. So that's the only thing. Other than that, I mean, I don't think he's as bad as everybody say it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think people need to kind of like yeah, it's something that you ain't going to be able to let go. It did happen, but like, you can't judge him all based off of these few mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard. You know what I'm saying? When you grow up around this area, it's like, you just gotta meet the minimum and try to stay out the way. And I think that's kind of how he was. He was staying out the way by playing football. You know what I'm saying? People trying to look out on him like that. But in the minimum, as far as things, when everybody else is on the minimum, you know what I'm saying? You can't help but to be on the minimum, which is like just survival mode. You know what I'm saying? Kind of do what you want, have your fun at the same time. But like, all right, this is the Kareem Hunt show, man. I'm gonna go ahead and just drop off of him. Like I said, I'm glad that we got him on the team. Excellent player. Seems like I don't see no troubles out of him. Like I said, just somebody that's trying to make a difference. Now he sees what position he's in. He sees what type of leadership he is as far as people that look up to him or people that, you know, look at him, you know what I'm saying, as a source of inspiration and him coming from a right place, you know what I'm saying, and being able to give that sign as far as like, man, I made it, you know what I'm saying, through hard work, dedication. Obviously, God-given talent, you know what I'm saying, can't knock that, but most of that, you know, you don't get off in talent alone. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go to school. You gotta, you know what I'm saying, turn in those papers. You gotta, you know, get your grades right. You know, and do all that other stuff that come along with it. You know what I mean? To eventually get there where you make the big bucks. And you know, he's on his way there. Signed a contract. Gonna be here for Cleveland for 2 more years. And you know, I just hope he can really do it. You know what I'm saying? He said he on a mission. I hope he could bring that championship to Cleveland, man. Because you know, if anybody, you know, like I said, know what this is about. It's definitely him. So, you know, definitely move on. All right, moving on to person number, the second person. The second person I picked up was number 64, J.C. Tretter. Now, when we first got J.C., he came from Green Bay, I believe. Another John Dorsey pickup. Been playing really good, you know what I'm saying? He's been hurt a lot, though. And you could kind of see, and especially this year, it seems like, at least with the last game. I know I'm going to keep referring to last game because it was like, damn, I was so hurt. And then, you know, I had that little reaction, you know, that which is, like I said, always my most viewed videos is a loss. We always get viewed is a loss. I think people just like to troll the Browns when we lose. I don't know. That's my opinion on it. You know, when we win, it'd be like, you know what I'm saying? Do some numbers, but not really a lot like a loss. A loss will be like, like the numbers be going up. But anyway, JC, man, like besides like his Game of Thrones takes, which suck, by the way, when I used to hear him on Cleveland Browns Daily, like he had some good points, but most of the time, like his Game of Thrones points like sucked, and it would be like, what are you talking about? But he's a pretty good, you know, center. You know, he seems like a very well-rounded guy, smart, knows how to talk. I think he might know how to talk a little bit too much. It's just boring. You know, his interviews be a little boring. And maybe it's just the offensive line, but I listen to Joel Batonio every once in a while. Anyway, it's about JC. He just seems like a real nice guy, man. He's the Prezi, shit. You know what I'm saying? You the Prezi on the Browns, like shit. That's cool. You know what I mean? And he does his thing. You know, I think I'm pay attention more. I want to see more pancakes from him. He maybe be having pancakes, and I just miss him. You know what I mean? Because there's so much shit be having going on. But I want to see more pancakes from him. I know he's hurt. I hope he can fight through it. And he's just been a good leader since he's been on this team. You know, he's been somebody solid, somebody we could depend on. Obviously not like an Alex Mack. You know what I'm saying? Alex Mack was a dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you knew that motherfucker was nice. JC Tretter's kind of like a little bit less than that, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know if that's because we didn't have him like we had Alex Max. We had Alex Max through, you know what I'm saying? He was a baby, came in the league. You know, he just kind of grew into Alex Mack. But you know, JC is a little bit more seasoned, so you know he might not have the steps that he had when he came into the league. But like I said, the IQ is there, the mental is there, and you know he knows what everybody's supposed to do. So, you know, I can't say that you know our success wouldn't be here without him. You know, as well as you know everybody on the team, but you know definitely him sticking out there, playing through you know, hurt legs and everything like that, you know, is a big testimony to what this team means to him. You know, who he is as far as this, you know, blue collar, you know, bring your lunch pail to work, you know what I'm saying, hard hat, you know what I'm saying, go to work, that type, you know, and he likes to have fun. And like I said, he's the prezi, so obviously people, he could talk, he could, you know, he has charisma, and people trust him. And you need people like that. That's people that you could trust, definitely on the team. So I'm definitely glad to have him for you know however long he wants to be here. How long his contract is, I don't really remember, but yeah, I don't really see like no scrub or anything bummy about him or anything like that. Like I said, just the Steelers game, and that's the fucking Steelers defensive line, and you know, like other than that, you know what I mean. Everything has been good, kosher, great. It is what it is. Um, Next thing, the third person is number 34, Robert Jackson. Now he just got on the active roster, but I've seen enough videos of him in practice and stuff like that where I always thought like, man, who is this dude? You know what I'm saying? Like he been kind of making plays out here. Like, you know, I don't know if he make a all the time, but every time like I would see like some video on the Browns or whatever, like I like this dude out here making plays. Like, so if he could translate that into being on the roster and then being into the games and making those same plays but consistently, you know what I'm saying? I see somebody that got, you know, a pretty decent future in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? A great future, I don't know, it's to be seen. We got to see a little bit more. He hasn't played enough, and you know it got to be for a reason. He must not be all the way there yet. I mean, obviously he could be a diamond in the rough, and you know they're just trying to dust him off, clean him up, you know, and get him ready out there to shine. But for the most part, you know, he seemed like somebody that, uh, you know, is gonna. I mean, maybe he could play the safety position. I know he plays corner, but you know, give him, you know, put him, switch him around, let him do different things. See what he can excel at. You know, what task or assignment that he can accomplish the most, and just go from there, man. So yeah, that's pretty much you know it as far as those dudes go. Like I said, he only played one game this season, but he played a few games. He's been on the team since last year, so he been bouncing back and off on the active rosters, the practice team. Because I do remember seeing him last year. I just don't remember seeing him make too many plays. I think he only had like 2 or 3 tackles or something like that. So maybe 4, I can't remember, but I definitely want to see a lot more from him, and I know he wants to be a lot more for the team. So I'm glad he's getting this opportunity. Hopefully, you know, his number gets called and he can go out there and you know, do his thing, make his family proud, make the Browns proud, make me proud, if he make me proud, I'm sure he make other Browns fans proud. I'm not saying I'm the chief Browns fan, but I'm just saying that, you know, if I can see the shit, you know, everybody should be able to see it. Because I think I'm a motherfucker with common sense. You know what I'm saying? I think I can see just what it is, you know, and that's what you get, you know what I'm saying, when you live in, you know what I mean, you know, work with people, you know what I'm saying? Um, you know, I've been in sales, you know, so it's like you know, I work with a lot of people, you know, and you just get to know like people's chemistry and body language. You know what I'm saying? When people telling you and shit like that, so or what people are capable of because of, you know. Fuck it, man. What am I talking about? Anyway, this video's over. I'm done. The Real Assistant Browns fan. Peace.